Hello, this is the first pickup review I'm doing on a Rolex watch from WholeSaleTrade11.com. It came in this box. The box itself, the Rolex came inside this box, and the Rolex looks like this. I'll show you 1 second. And it's a AAA quality as well. You see it? You can see it. The deal on the actual watch is really good. The weight is quite heavy as well, and it comes with these little booklets. All the manual guide on how to set the time, the date, anything else, and that's about it really. The quality of the watch is really good. It's a AAA quality watch, and I know everyone else is doing all these reviews on products and everything else, but this watch itself comes from the factory. WholeSaleTrade11 is actually the factory itself, so if you're buying from them, it's gonna come from the factory itself rather than the Chinese sellers buying it from the factory. This is the factory itself, and also the delivery takes roughly around 5 to 6 days, probably 7 days. I got this in 4 days, so it was a really quick delivery anyway. And comment, share, whatever, and leave comments, and that's about it really. And thank you anyway. Bye.